Hello there, and welcome back to the United Kingdom of Cape Breton, the nation-states. We have many issues to go through today as the government. We are indeed the government. We're gonna, start off by banging the table, but we're gonna start off by reading this newspaper here. What does it say? Cape Breton awash with red-rimmed eyes. This is just so true to real life. It is crazy. National marijuana consumption has hit an all-time high with alarming results a new poll has found. My factory's productivity is down 10% since marijuana was decriminalized, complains employer Akira Coleman. And the number of thefts from the candy machine is off the scale. This so-called pot needs to be banned in all public places. Let the junkies do what they want at home, but not in my workplace. That would be imposing laws upon my people. Whoa, dude. No need to get, says your free mind. Says free your mind campaigner Baratendu Keating from his parents' basement. This is like a personal choice issue, it's like, whoa, just back off. What I want to do with my own body. Don't let the fascists win, man. There are some hot new eckies coming in soon. They should be legal too. Yeah, fuck the other guy trying to... All recreational drugs are legal. Good. Industry is all going down. Fuck. But obesity has gone up, weaponization has gone up, taxation has gone up. What? How does marijuana put it up? Recreational drug use up, crime up, nudity is up. Health is down. What do you talk about? Marijuana is good for your health. This is madness. I guess the snacks you munch on aren't so good for your health. Anyway, let's go back to the issues here. Fantastic beasts and how Cape Breton harmed them. Oh, propaganda, of course. A shocking expose on tourist attraction Ocean World has revealed the mistreatment of captive orcas and other marine animals. Your office has since faced a tidal wave of complaints demanding government action. This is torture, shouts renowned whale biologist Willie Free, seen wearing an orca costume. These poor mistreated creatures can't experience their natural habitat and frankly live solitary. Poor, nasty, brutish, and short lives. They can handle living in the wilderness and thrive better there. We must end these inhumane captivity programs. The same can go for zoos, circuses, and aquariums too. So this guy wants to ban all entertainment based around animals, so fuck that guy. Let's go to the next one. You can't do that, you ignorant whale lovers, pleads CEO of Ocean World, Boddy Lovegood, while counting Ocean World Cape Breton City's daily intake. If you ban institutions like Ocean World, how are endangered species going to survive in this big bad world? Isn't it better that their populations thrive in our viewing tanks, rather than struggling in prime fishing waters? Besides, your average Bretonian will never get the chance to see these animals except at a zoo. Do you want to deny them that experience? Not to mention zoos and conservation programs like ours are a great way to get people interested in environments. Everyone wins with Ocean World. Well, he's not wrong. Everyone does win, apart from the animals. But fuck the animals. Perhaps there could be a compromise, queries your Minister of Environment, Gunion Shaw, who has been smelling like grass lately. Ending zoos would harm the tourism industry, and we can't deny that these programs help endangered species. Why don't we set a limit on what animals they could take? Specifically the endangered ones. I'm sure that we could also force tougher standards to ensure Ocean World treats their animals humanely as well. No, we can't. We're not going to impose any laws on my people. We'll let them do what they wish. Whales in captivity live in little more than glorified goldfish bowls, of course. Ah, yes. Economic freedom's gone up. Very good. Employment's gone up. Good. Lifespan. Not of the animals, but of people. Yeah. Industry trout fishing is skyrocketing. Good. Yeah. Compassion is down, but... fuck the compassionate is what I say, quite frankly. Broadband going to the birds. Now what's this nonsense? An IT firm organised an unusual race between a carrier pigeon toting a flash drive and Cape Breton's fastest internet provider. The bird easily beats the internet, prompting a debate about internet speeds. Ooh. This is horribly embarrassing, cries the pixelated image of a popular online vlogger, Tracy Kelly. 2.5 minutes of buffering later, she continues. Our internet is the slowest in Vujodeia. Our system needs a massive overhaul. We need to crank it up. Fibre optic connects all across Cape Breton. Imagine the increase in productivity. Imagine how much more connected we'll all be. It'll be, well, worth the cost. Leader. Yeah, I can't say I disagree. You've got to be joking, scoffs your Minister of Finance, Attila Rhodes. The government has far more important problems at hand than dealing with trivial matters such as internet speed. The people of Cape Breton have access to the internet. That's far better than most of the world. Leave the internet providers to run themselves and get back to the business of running the country. Well, I can't fault that either. Well, this certainly is eye-opening, exclaims amateur bird watcher Boutros Yeltsin, with a pair of binoculars dangling from his neck. Here we are mucking about with our inefficient technology, and the birds have beat us. Clearly we need to convert all our internet connections into bird-based broadband. We'll need flocks upon flocks of pigeons and a tight training schedule, but we can do it. No, I am going to invest into my nation. This is something that we need. How else is our glorious leader going to watch his porn? We must get straight to it. Consumption of cat memes has skyrocketed. Well, terrific. The Cape Bretonian economy rose from very strong to thriving. Oh, that is so great. Everything is up. Scientific advancement, business subsidies. Oh, that's terrible. Economic output, lifespan, mining, everything except ignorance. Government size, manufacturing, human development, economy, arms manufacturing, taxation. Oh, I don't want taxation to go up. Anyway, well, that is quite good. I'm happy that we now have good internet. Opening the door to controversy. Actor Tarquin Krugman, the famously tweeted star of superhero franchise Super Bloke. That sounds like a great movie, actually. Has been heavily criticised after an incident at Shopquick, in which he was accused of holding back women's rights by holding open doors. Ugh, this is like real-life Canada now. Chivalry is just another word used by men who lord it over women, shouts vlogger for radical feminist website Lady Luck, Catherine Rose. Women are not frail innocents who need shielding from the weight of a door. Opening doors for women is unnecessary at best, and downright demeaning at worst. I say the government should fund advertisements and posters that show positive images of women as strong and powerful. So these patronising oinks will realise that we don't need her help. Right, deport this woman at once. I don't want her in my nation. Ugh. Well, I am dashed. The way I was raised, it was expected that men should open doors for ladies, says Mr. Krugman, leaning lightly on his decorative silver-topped cane. Protecting the fairer sex is an obligation of every gentleman, like learning to ride astride. Box ruffians or dance a manly gavotte. I'm sure many ladies would prefer feeling cherished by society rather than discourage chivalry. We should teach it in schools. Yes, I like this man. I like this man. His silver-topped cane and his words. I like him very much. Why should good manners be restricted by sex? Muses freelance etiquette consultant Cindy Straits, holding open the door while smiling and nodding with a saber-toothed politeness until Tarkin finally exits. Everyone should show a little consideration for others. Run a campaign to tell all Bretonians that they have a duty to pause and hold the door for all people that behind them, to say their pleases and thank yous, and to start from the outside and work in when eating a proper 8-meal course. Wait, 8-course meal. Gosh darn it. Courtesy costs only time. Yes, well, again, you should. You should hold, if somebody's behind you, or struggling, or something, and you see them, just hold open the door. Why is it so hard? Just the other day, there was this fellow. He was carrying his air conditioner. I saw him. I held the door open, and I saved him a lot of hard work. It cost me nothing but time. Yet if that was a woman, there are people out there who would want to accuse me of sexism. These people are complete and utter fools, and they should be deported to somewhere where they can learn what feminism really is about. Why don't we just replace all conventional doors with automatic doors, says fringe economist Herms Fowler, who part owns in a spin automatic doors. In a spin automatic doors. There'd be no need for anyone to cause offence by opening doors for anyone. And just think of all the amazing manufacturing jobs it will create. But it is that, but it is that, it is that. I do think in my nation we do cherish, like we do subsidize maternity leave and stuff like that. I think we do want a booming population of natural citizens. We don't want to import new people and disrupt our harmony. I think we're going to go for this. Although in the real world you should really more go towards this one. I'm going to go for this one because my nation needs women to be looked after. We need a booming population so we can send men off to war and invade. So, yes. Schoolboys trained in chivalry are encouraged to duel other boys for their maiden's hand. Of course, we're going back to the old ages. Charmlessness has gone down. Very good. Crime has gone down. Very good. Weaponization down. What? Authoritarianism, intelligence has gone up. Of course it has. We didn't listen to the feminists. Tourism, taxation. Why does taxation always tend to go up? Oh, and we now fund public education quite a bit. Wow. Half of our school curriculum is chivalry. How about that? No two ways about it. A shocking expose by a rogue official in the Department of Immigration revealed that dozens of elected representatives hold dual citizenship, with many of them hailing from your party. Angry citizens are now questioning the loyalty of those politicians and demanding that they resign. This is completely understandable. If you have, say, a politician in control of immigration and they hold dual citizenship with, say, Somalia, for example, you can question their loyalties. It is quite obvious, and people should not be accused of anything or suppressed, have their ideas suppressed just because they're voicing a very real concern. The elected officials should be people who put their nation first, and people who say against that are delusional. Quite frankly, you're elected to represent your nation, not another nation. That's how you get invaded. But anyway, let's get on with these people. This is a disaster, exclaims Fa la 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 ya da da. Fa la la la, there's a great fucking tune. Fa la la la. I want to play it, but it's just so hard to find online. If anybody has a link for Fa la la la, the Rocky version especially, just send it in. I don't care. Fa la 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 la. Vangelis, the Minister of Internal Affairs, turning pale as she sees the growing number of protesters gathering outside your office. We must force every single official with dual citizenship to stand down immediately. After all, we can't be sure where their allegiance truly lie. Our integrity as a party will not survive this incident unscathed unless we send a strong message that dishonesty cannot be tolerated. Yeah, don't see anything wrong with that. You call that sending a message, raves xenophobe Ken Columbus. The notorious author of Leader is a secret Bigtopian spy, the truth revealed. Those filthy aliens managed to infiltrate the highest levels of our government and are probably going to enforce radical violetist law the instant they take over. The only way to save our nation is to strip these traitors of Cape Bretonian citizenship and send them back to whichever hellhole countries they're working for. If you refuse, then I'll finally have concrete proof that you are really a Bigtopian in disguise. A globalist. That's what they mean by Bigtopian. Globalist, of course. Well, I'm going to have to go with this guy probably. King Columbus, you cannot deny this man is a beacon of wisdom. Can we just talk it out, pleads the Secretary of the Treasury, who was outed as having Brancalandian citizenship. Wherever the fuck that is. Let's just say was outed as having Hambeck citizenship. There are perfectly legitimate reasons for politicians to have connections to more than one nation. For example, those of us who immigrated here should be able to visit relatives in the old homeland without having to fill out a mountain of paperwork. Plus, citizens of Hambeck get a free barrel of maple syrup every year. If you outlaw this, I'm holding you personally responsible for the sugar withdrawal. Well, fuck this Hambeckian spy. Quite frankly, I don't know how he got in charge of my treasury. There's no need to change anything, whispers your Minister of Spying. Subterfuge. And baked goods while showing you his latest exploding pie prototype. You should let me handle this little problem. It appears the pesky official within the Department of Immigration snitched on your friends. We'll fabricate a charge to implicate that ingrate and squeeze a confession out of him to reduce his credibility. He'll then be exiled somewhere like Hambeck, where we modify the citizenship records of the implicated officials. Does that sound good to you? If so, I think we have some. No, we must send this guy off as well with his weaponized muffins. We're going to go with Ken Columbus. Foreign visitors who show an interest in Cape Bretonian politics are immediately deported. Good. Very good. Civil rights down, weaponization apparently down. Compassion is down, political freedoms are down. Ooh, intelligence apparently down. No, well, that's just propaganda by the game designer. Good. Corruption. How is corruption up? It should be down, which has deported the corrupt spies. This is madness. Anyway, well done to us. Our nation is great. The greatest of nations. Let's see how everything is going here. Leading cause of death is heart disease still. Capital punishment is getting up, so that's a relatively good thing. Defense spending is down to 45.9%. Not quite the 50 plus I want, but we have been spending a lot more on education and healthcare recently, but we'll have to get into that another time. But anyway, if you want to join over at Vujodeia, come over and join us. You can find the password if you join the Discord server and just ask for it in the Nationstates. But we would obviously prefer if you started a new nation to join us. Get over there and see you guys there. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.